Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night, whenever you tune in and see this. Oh, Miss Holly wants to say hello. Oh, fine. Girl, show me your shirt. Okay, okay, okay. Just show me your shirt. You sassy, and you know it. Okay, I know. Good girl. Okay, you can go back down. Okay. All right, that's Miss Holly. All right. Making the debut. You wanna show yourself too, buddy? Okay. No? All right, that's all right. He's a little camera shy. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. So this is going to be a general reading for fire sign Aries and earth sign Taurus. I will be doing timestamps after the live for some people who want to see one or the other. I just realized that the camera is very caught in the sun and dirty. Hold on, let's see if I can make this a little better. Turn it a little bit, maybe. Not really. This kind of foggy, but we're gonna go with it. Okay. So yes, I want to switch the camera up a little bit so you could try to see more of the table and the cards. But I will be doing what I always do, and I take a picture of each of the readings, and I post it online after the fact in case you want to see it more up close in detail at any point later on. So if it's something you're interested in the live, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there. Man, this camera is crazy. Hold on. I turn it. Is that any better? I can't tell because my computer screen is dark too. I mean, it's kind of muffled in the sun. I don't know why everything is like out of focus. Come on, camera. No, yes. All right, I guess it is what it is. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. Oh no, now it's too short. Technical difficulties. You know what? I'm just gonna pull the shades down because this is ridiculous. Hold on. Let's try and enjoy the sun. It's kind of chilly here. But maybe I just do it like halfway. Okay, let's just do that. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. Oh my god. Okay. Here we are. And something's a little crooked, but that's okay. You want to just go with it. All right. Okay, guys. Where were we? Yes. So this is a general reading for fire sign Aries and for earth sign Taurus. It can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, money, etc. It is a time, both of them are timeless readings, meaning they can occur and show up for some people before December 1st through December 29th. So always keep that in mind as well. And everyone is welcome to both the readings, of course, whether you are a sun sign Aries, you have your moon in Aries, you're a rising Aries, you have your Venus in Aries, you have Jupiter in Aries, you have your Mercury in Aries, right? Wherever you have Aries in your chart, everyone is welcome. Same thing for Taurus, of course. And I always encourage everyone, if they haven't already, to get a free birth chart online, even if you don't have your exact birth time, to find out your other placements and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We'll get into your reading here. Aries. Also wanted to say for people that a couple free ways to support the channel. I always forget to talk about it in the beginning of the video because it's not my style anyway, but I know I've got to do it right. So a couple free ways to support the channel is to like the video. Not only does it tell me that you liked something in the video, it tells YouTube's algorithms to share it more with others in the first couple hours, in the first couple days. So it's a great free way to support the channel. And then another great free way is to share it yourself by sending it to one of your friends or posting it on your social media if you feel guided. Another great free way. And the third great free way to support the channel is to subscribe. And so if you subscribe, you can always unsubscribe later, right? But it's free too. And so all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and basically it'll just notify you with your free YouTube account when I'm putting out new videos. All right. So with all that, let's go ahead and do a sound bath here and tap into the Aries energy and prepare ourselves for the reading. So if it's loud, it'll just be for a moment. So you can kind of take a deep breath and just breathe and kind of vibe. And so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so Aries. All right, Aries. That was a pretty good sound balance until the commercial came on there, so hopefully you didn't hear that too loud, but it was like car insurance. I was like, no, don't mess up the sound though. All right, so let's see what you have here, Aries. Right off the bat, you do have a pretty interesting reading. So let's see what kind of card you have here, of course, and also what other zodiac frequencies may be showing up for you here. We do have Virgo, we have Libra, we have Scorpio, we have Scorpio again, we have Aquarius, we have Taurus, and Leo. Okay, because the Wheel of Fortune always is 4 different zodiac frequencies, and then you have the other 2 major arcana, 3 major arcana. Sorry about that. So what does that mean? For some people, you could be dealing with a Virgo, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Taurus, Aquarius, or a Leo. Okay, that's quite a few, but we'll just call it like how we see it. And it could also be referencing Virgo season, Libra season, Scorpio season, Leo season, Aquarius season. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily have to resonate that part of the reading, but I like to call out the other zodiac frequencies in the beginning before we get into everything else. And another quick thing I like to look at is what is the majority of your minor arcana in your reading, because it sometimes shows us another layer or underneath theme to your reading as well. All right, so let's see here. We've got well, it looks like it's wands, but let me double check. So we got 1 pentacle, 1 cup, 1 sword, and 2 wands. Okay, and then the rest are majors. So what does that mean? Wands are our physical body, health stuff, but also our defenses. So are my defenses too high? Are they too low? Or are they just right? Am I being a victim? Am I being a bully? Or am I just, again, in that more balanced state? Okay, so that's something to just kind of keep around in the background. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Aries. Go ahead and call out your cards and kind of talk about this 4-week time period that we are covering. Okay, so I wanted to say again, this can be from around December 1st through December 29th. I don't know why I stopped it on the 29th. I think that was because when we did the astrology notes, there was nothing for the 30th and the 31st. So just consider all of December, right? But again, I usually already say it can be a little bit before or a little bit after. So that's kind of why I made it to the 29th. Some people were like, why did you? But anyway, let's see what we have here for you, Aries. So we have the Ace of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. We have the Hermit in the right side up position. We have the Justice in the right side up position. And we have the Two of Staves in the reverse position. Okay, that was weird noise from the table. So then we'll talk about the other cards as they come up, right? But we are using 2 different tarot decks, and we also have a little oracle card for you as well. But yeah, we are saying roughly that the first week could be from around our first card, also from December 1st through the 7th. The second card, second week, could be from around December 8th through December 15th. And the third card, third week, could be from around December 16th through December 23rd. The fourth card can be from around December 24th through December 29th, right? Or even into like the first week of January for some. It is just a guideline. All right. Just turning the music up a little bit, ambient music in the background for the doggos that like to make noise sometimes. All right, so let's see here what we have for you, Aries. Yeah, so like I said, it's a pretty interesting reading. 2 of your major arcana are in the present, future possibilities, probabilities area. So that can say that there is a significant amount of change coming up here for you. Your other major arcana is in the past position, and the other one over here, because technically you have 4 major arcana. I don't know why I said 3. I guess because I'm not looking at the confirmation card until the end, but it is a tarot card. So technically you have 4 major arcanas, not 3. So like I said, 2 are in the present current situation, possibilities. 1 is in the past, and the confirmation card is both the past and the present. So it can go like one way or the other. So again, it doesn't necessarily mean anything good or bad. It's just talking about there could be more changes around those major arcana, okay? But let's go ahead and get into Aries. So we start off here with your first week, the Ace of Sacred Circles. Come on, Sun. I'm just going to close the blinds all the way. Hold on. I thought that I could leave it open a little, but that's okay. Okay. Here you go. The Ace of Sacred Circles in the reverse position, also known as Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position, right? So it looks like a little bit of an energetic blockage here in that first week, or gentle reminder or challenge, as I like to say, but it is not the end of the world. Now, when we're talking about this reading in general, like I was saying before, can be about you, Aries, or can be about a person, multiple people you're dealing with, general environment situation. In particular, when we're talking about the first card, it can be energy from the recent past, kind of still trickling in that we're picking up, okay? Now let's go into why this Ace of Sacred Circles or Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse position. We'll talk about in just a moment what's underneath it, what was on the top and the bottom of this main deck that we're using. Because it is saying when this shows up in the reverse position, there is a blockage or not quite the right time for some type of ending or new beginning for some. It could also be that there is this feeling of not trusting or feeling confident in our innate gifts and talents when any type of ace card in the tarot is in the reverse position. Of course, when we're talking about sacred circles or pentacles, we can be talking about money or wealth or our values. Okay, so those things could also be a little bit blocked here in that first week, but based on the rest of your reading, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Again, this can be stuff from the recent past kind of still trickling in. But let's see why, okay, because we definitely have an interesting story here about, I'm just switching it because I know it was the other way, but then I think the dogs or something moved it. So let's talk about these other two cards. Now, these energies on the bottom are energy from the past, further back than the recent past, right? So whatever that means for you. So if your recent past is a couple days ago, further back can be a couple months ago, a couple years ago, whatever it is, right? It'll be different for everybody since it's a general reading for multiple people. All right, but we do have this Seven of Cups in the reverse position was on the top of your deck. And then we have the Tower in the right side up position was on the bottom of your deck. Okay, and we're talking about it with your first card, the Ace of Sacred Circles or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. All right, so it looks like here, Aries, that somebody in the past was coming out of a dark night of the soul energy with this Seven of Cups in the reverse position. They possibly have in the past, either you or someone else, right, or an energy, made some type of decision about something related to their emotions, so emotionally charged decision. Now, when they did that, or when you did that, Aries, there was a tower moment, okay? So towers are not all bad, even though they look super scary, right? But it's basically that something needs to be broken down to be understood in a different way. So from the top down, okay? So you see the lightning hitting the top of the tower, that's our crown chakra. So the tower represents enlightenments, spiritual downloads, revelations, aha moments, okay? So when you pair it with that Seven of Cups in reverse, again, somebody was ready to make some type of emotionally charged decision, whether it was a good decision or bad decision, right? We can't say necessarily, but it created a lot of change, okay? So that's what the Tower ultimately represents. And when we talk about these again with your first card, the Ace of Sacred Circles or Ace of Pentacles in reverse position, this is showing us why we have a little bit of this energetic blockage. Perhaps somebody here, Aries, in the current present energies is, oh, okay, let me turn that down. Commercials, okay. Somebody in the present moment could be hesitant isn't the right word, but it could be, well, I guess maybe for some hesitant is the right word. Like a little bit scared of this ending new beginning because the change started happening in the past, right? The emotionally charged decision, dark night of the soul energy being over, leading to this change. This happened in the past. But then up here with the Ace of Sacred Circles in reverse, or Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like somebody quite isn't ready to implement all these changes that have been made to clarify some type of ending or new beginning, or someone or something isn't quite ready to implement the changes around having more confidence in their own innate talents and gifts and abilities. It could also have something to do with, of course, like I said before, pentacles can be money, wealth, abundance, or values. Perhaps someone's worried they're not going to be valued enough, their time, their knowledge, etc. Perhaps for somebody or something is worried about not having enough money because of all of these changes. That's definitely, especially in our world economy for everyone, that could definitely be present, right? I worry about that too. I know a lot of people do, right? So that could definitely be there. But yeah, it's just something that is going on here, a gentle reminder, a challenge, or energetic blockage. But then over here, when we get to your second week, Aries, we have that Virgo energy with the Hermit card. So whatever is going on here, it kind of leads you to or lends itself to go inward, okay, and ask some really deep questions, but not only that, but to like trust your own intuition. I always compare the Hermit card, I was about to say the Virgo card, but I'm like, it is the Virgo card. The Hermit card, I compare it to a lot of times to the High Priestess, right? So trusting your first reaction to things, how you feel about somebody or some place, right? Like that's your gut reaction to something. Okay, so trusting your intuition. So when I see this here for you, Aries, it could be in that second week of December, from around December 8th through the 15th or so, is what we said for the Hermit card. It could also be a quieting time where either energetically, physically, or both, right, somebody or something is going to take a break from the crowd so they can hear those answers. So this guy on the cliff is in the forest at the edge of the cliff, right? So he can hear his intuition more clearly, because when he's in the real world, or not in the forest, let's say, there's lots of people talking, there's lots of distractions. So when he goes out by himself with his lamp, or his lantern, not his lantern, I guess his is a staff, okay, whatever it is, right? His magical staff, to find the light within, and to trust, what is coming through. So it seems like here in the basically Aries in the first 2 weeks, the energy is a little bit stagnant in the first one, and it starts to slowly pick up more in the second one, but it's still not super fast. Okay, but I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing. Like I usually say, if you've seen me before, even other tarot readers or people, right, is that when you get to the end of one calendar year, it's always normal to have a reflection period, regardless of where you are in the world and the seasons of where you are. Okay, so that could have something to definitely do with just that time of the year. Okay, I also want to look at the astrology notes real quickly, just for some other stuff that's coming up here. For everybody, I always have that separate video here on my channel if you want to get more into detail of the astrology notes. But yeah, it looks like, just trying to see if we had any Virgo themes with that. Not necessarily. Okay. Yeah, it could be actually in this second week. We do have that full moon in Gemini on December 7th. Like I said before, full moons can be very intense, right? Heightening of emotion. The moon is the fullest, the brightest of the energy, the most complete it can get at that cycle of the moon. So for some, people want to go out and they say kind of act a little crazy, right? Or just tensions and emotions are higher. But for some people who are very sensitive and who are empaths, right? Myself included, sometimes on the full moon, I don't want to be, around anybody, right? So that could have something to do here with the Hermit card here for you, Aries. But it doesn't necessarily have to be about the full moon, okay? But let's keep going though, because it looks like by this third week, the energy is really going to kick up as far as the speed of the energy, and also, what's going on here for you. So we said the third week could be from around, was it December 16th through the 23rd. Okay, we have the Justice card in the right side up position here for you, Aries. All right, so we have Libra energy here. And this is really interesting though, because in that week, Venus, which is is the ruler of Libra, right? This is the Libra card. Venus is going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn on December 9th. So actually that's more on the second week, but we can say it can, be felt, between those 2 weeks also. But so when Venus, which covers love, money, beauty, balance themes, right, to name a few, enters into Earth sign Capricorn, it can be a more stabling energy. So Saturn rules Capricorn, and it talks about our responsibilities and rules, right? And then we're having literally the Justice card here. Okay, so the Justice card energy talks about someone or something being brought to justice, someone being justified, someone justifying their actions or trying to, or you're trying to, vice versa, swap it however it may resonate. But there is somebody seeking truth, right? So this is Lady Justice. She has her sword, even though it's on her lap, if you can see it there, all right? And so she's looking for truth, but not only with the logical mind, she's blindfolded. So she wants the heart chakra emotional truth too. But she wants those two things to go together. She wants evolution with the truth, okay? So when you see the Justice card for some, it can talk about our legal system, court cases, etc., our morals. In this card, you literally see the Ten Commandments at the bottom here, if you can see it that far away. And then we have the snake coiling up around Lady Justice's legs. So that's trying to find the evolution with the truth here, okay? So perhaps there's something, again, being brought to justice or justified, or someone's trying to understand both sides of something, right? So we have the light pillar and the dark pillar, one on each side, right? So talking about the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, but also the in-between gray areas. Okay, she's wearing a gray cape or whatever it is called, okay? So yeah, all of these things could kind of be going down during this third week here for you in December, Aries. But it still, feels pretty good to me. I do feel that whatever justice that you come to understand or see or deal with, what have you, I feel like by the time you get to the fourth week, just flipping back over here so I can see my dates, which we said could be from around December 24th to the 29th, 30th, 31st, the first week of January, whatever it is, right? It could be that there's more stuff that needs to be processed, okay? And I say that because your fourth card is the Two of Staves in the reverse position, okay? So it's almost like perhaps for some, there's more hermit moments, there's more high priestess moments that need to happen, more intuition, trusting how you feel, processing things moments. For others, it could be that you're coming out of that with the Two of Staves or Two of Wands in the reverse position, that you did that before. You were the Egyptian woman looking at the Nile River, watching the ships go by, doing your research, processing everything. And now when it's reversed, you're like, I'm coming out of that, okay? So like I said, it will be different for everybody. But when we talk about the wands, we talk about our physical body, our health. Remember how I said in the beginning of the reading too, because wands were your majority of the minor arcana, that not only is it physical health and the body, it can also be our defenses, right? So are my defenses too high? Are they too low? Am I a victim? Am I a bully? Or am I just right? Okay. So all those things kind of come into play in this Two of Staves in the reverse position, especially when it follows the Justice card. All right, but let's see what's underneath it here real quickly. I'm just turning the music back up. I realize it's super quiet a little bit, to see what else kind of other messages from Spirit here, along with this Two of Staves in the reverse position. Now, again, the stuff that's on the bottom is energy from the past, whatever that means for you. But if you've watched some of the other readings for this time period, the Queen of Swords just keeps showing up no matter how much I shuffle. So you'll see me again if you're watching the Taurus reading when I shuffle. She might show up again. But anyway, these are the sponsor cards will make it possible for this Two of Staves in the reverse position to show up here. So we have the Queen of Swords in the right side up position on the top of your deck, and then we have the Princess of Wands in the right side up position on the bottom of your deck here, Aries. Okay, so it looks like in the past, things were possibly more clear for you as far as your mental clarity, or for the other person, normal people, general environment situation. On the other hand, too, with this Princess of Wands in the past, there could have been more, and when we talk about wands or staves, we're talking about fire sign energy, right? So your fire sign Aries, if your sun sign Aries, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but there could have been more passion, creativity, there could have been more confidence, there could have been better health, let's say, in the past in some way with that Princess of Wands here. So when you put it together with the Two of Staves in reverse, it could also be for some that by the end of December, even the first week of January, there needs to be a little bit more quiet time and resting, even if it's not really quiet. It's more energetically quiet and quiet in yourself, right? Like, let's say you live with a lot of people and it's loud or something, whatever. Okay. It's just more about inside quiet. But I say that because I lost my train of thought when I said that. Basically, I say that because there could be this worry for some that if they go back into circulation, or you go back into circulation, and into circulation means getting out more socially in some way after you process all of these changes, that perhaps for some they're worried that they're not going to be as confident, or they're worried that they're not going to be as clear-headed with that Queen of Swords energy here. Now, also to mention, if you are not aware, didn't watch my other video, which is totally fine, by the way, not scolding anyone, we do have on December 29th, Mercury goes into retrograde and into January. It goes till January 17th, okay, of 2023. So for some people, you can have that pre-shadow period where you can feel the Mercury retrograde or any retrograde, perhaps, right? A couple of weeks ahead of time. Okay, so that's why I was saying for some, when I kept seeing this Queen of Swords, it could have something to do with the Mercury retrograde. Queen of Swords right side up means mental clarity. When we're talking about Mercury retrograde, Mercury is the planet that is responsible for communications, okay, and electronics and other stuff, but mainly communications, right? So if you have mental clarity, you're a better communicator with yourself and with others going back and forth, right? If Mercury is in retrograde and things are going slower, and it's not as easy to communicate, then that could be another reason, right, that this Two of Staves or Two of Wands is in the reverse position here for some, if we're talking about the collective unconscious and the general astrology, okay? But yeah, I think that it is more just going for most, going quiet within to kind of have a couple more hermit moments after that Justice card in the third week. And then seeing if and when you feel like recirculating in some way after all of these changes, right? So let's keep going though. Aries, we're not quite done yet. We do have one more tarot card and then your oracle card at the very end. But yeah, we are now at your confirmation card. So this is a combination. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is a combination of past energy and future energy, but it's going to basically come in here and confirm all 4 weeks, right? So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the right side up position. And this is the card I said that has 4 different zodiac frequencies associated with it. So it's Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy, Leo, and Taurus energy, okay? So it can mean something to you, but it doesn't necessarily have to. That's just the zodiac energies of frequencies. But when this Wheel of Fortune comes in here, it's saying, the universe is saying that luck is on your side, okay? That it will be on your side very soon, okay? So if we're looking at this in the more future, current, present energies instead of the past, right? And you've gone through all of these changes here, it could be saying for some of you guys that if it's a hard time to want to recirculate and to get out there, trust that if you do, or if you're starting to by this point, by the end of December, that luck is on your side. The wheel is literally turning, okay? Jupiter is supportive. Now, we do have a lot of stuff happening in Jupiter that I can kind of briefly remember for the last week of December. Yes, so on December 23rd, Jupiter is semi-square Uranus, okay? So Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, right? It's the planet of expansion. Everything it touches expands, good or bad, right? So when it is semi-square Uranus, which is, sorry, let me say this right. So Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, okay? So Aquarius energy, if we just try to like stereotype it for a moment, right? Because everyone's more than just the general things. It is a very creative energy. It is a very inventive energy. It's like a very stand out from the crowd energy, okay? So when Jupiter is semi-square Uranus, that it can be that this inventive, progressive, idealistic, creative energy is more supported. And then you literally have the Wheel of Fortune over here, Aries, okay? So that could be like, and this is happening, right? For some, the Jupiter aspect is happening December 23rd. And we said this could be happening from the end of December to even, let's say, the first week of January for some. But so it is very supportive. And a lot of times in some tarot decks with the Wheel of Fortune, you'll literally see the zodiac wheel, which we see here, I think. Or maybe some other type of wheel. But a lot of times you'll even see Jupiter like really big in the background, right? Because Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. Okay, so this is looking really good here for you, Aries. I would trust in this energy. If this is like a hard time period for you, just know that your Wheel of Fortune is coming. And just, process all these things and you'll be all right, okay? So real quickly before you go, though, here's your oracle card for this time period or even beyond. This is the Rebecca Campbell deck, and the one you got is really beautiful card. It's a woman with her hands up in the air, and there's like a stone circle, several stone circles around her, and kind of this space-like imagery. But it says birthing a new age, and it says birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. That's so beautiful. You guys can see that, okay? So yeah, I feel that this is something that you're going to be, or the other person, general environment situation, going to be really deeply thinking about when you pair it with that Wheel of Fortune. Like, how can I create a new world, right? A new project, a new phase in my life, etc. How can I, create a new world not only for myself but also for others? How can I make new creations in general, new projects? But it's so beautiful. So I don't know much else to say after that, Aries, okay? But it's looking really nice here for you. So that is your reading, and I hope you got something from it. And always feel free to let me know if you want how it goes. But yeah, I also wanted to say, if you want to see all these cards up close in detail, all you have to do after the live is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to see all the photos. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Aries. So we're going to go ahead and kind of switch over to Taurus. All right, so we will let the cards charge here with the crystals a little bit, and then of course do a bunch of shuffling and all that good stuff. And then we'll see what we have for Taurus. Okay. So this is not really shuffling yet. It's just throwing them in there for a few moments, and then we will shuffle. All right. Let's see. And what time are we at? 39 minutes. Okay. Goodness, that went fast. Probably because I had to let with the blinds in the beginning or something. I don't know. All right. Let's see here. So we'll go ahead and do a sound bell, and then we'll go ahead and touch base and get in tune with the Taurus energy. So if you want, you can take a deep breath, and you can just chill out and listen, whatever works for you. All right, here we go. So Taurus. All right. Taurus. All right. That was a good one, I think. Okay. Let's see here. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth and Taurus, the bull, for December 1st through the 29th. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for December 1st through the 29th of December 2022. Messages, spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, what do they need to see, what do they need to know. For their highest vibration, for December 1st through the 29th, Taurus. All right, let's see here. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for December 1st through the 29th. Messages, only 4 cards, only 4 cards, only please, spirits, 4 cards, only. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest vibration. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for Earth sign Taurus. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus. Alright, so then we'll go ahead and take the top and the bottom of the deck. And we'll figure out how Spirit wants these in a little bit. Over there. Switch over to this deck real quickly. Alright. Oh, there's a Cleo. Can you guys see? Oh, you can see her ear. Funny. All the dogs here today. All right. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest vibration, for December 1st through December 29th. Messages. Okay, that was fast. All right. So we put that there. Do the same thing. Top and the bottom. Put these over here. Get one more, and then we'll figure out where these guys want to go. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, December 1st through the 29th, Taurus. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for the highest vibration, December 1st through the 29th. One card only, please, spirits. Okay. All right, let's see. Spirits, do you want the King of Pentacles in the reverse position to represent the one and only tarot confirmation card or this close reading? Okay, they said they want it there, so we'll leave it. And Spirit sees with the Seven of Spades in reverse position, representing the second tarot card for this Taurus reading. Oh, I said no. All right. We'll take it. And then let's see where they want these guys. Let's confirm them real quick. Spirit, so you want the Ten of Spades in reverse position to represent what's on top of the ancestral path tarot deck for this Taurus reading. And Spirit, so you want the Seven of Cups in reverse position to represent what's on the bottom of the ancestral path tarot deck for this Taurus reading. Let's see, maybe they want it there. Spirit, do you want me to talk about the Ten of Spades in the reverse position and the Seven of Cups in the reverse position when I talk about the Five of Swords in the right side position? No. All right. Let's see if they want these then. I'm not sure. Spirit, do you want me to talk about the Ace of Wands in the right side up position and the Strength card in the right side up position when I talk about the Five of Swords in the right side up position? Okay, they said yeah, that was fast, so we'll go ahead and leave that there. Get ready for our picture in just a second here. Let me move everything over and confirm real quickly that they want these down here. Since I moved them over. Spirits, do you want me to talk about the Ten of Spades in the reverse position and the Seven of Cups in the reverse position when I talk about the King of Pentacles in the reverse position? Okay, so that was fast. They said yes. So all right. So go ahead and take a picture here. All right, and just want to do one thing really quick. Hold on, guys. I had turned the heat up earlier because it was really cold here, and now I'm like, it's too warm. So I just turned it down. All right, let's see what time we're at. 46 minutes, 47 basically. All right, so I'll make a mental note of that for the people later who just want to see the reading and not necessarily the shuffling. But yeah, let's see what we have here for you, Taurus. Put this over here now that we took your picture. Let's see, right off the bat, you have basically, let me turn it down. You have two major arcanas. One is in the present, current possibilities, energy, and one is in the past. Okay. So it's not necessarily good or bad, just kind of picking up on the energy as far as some changes coming up here for you. Looks like there may be some changes, but not a whole lot. Let's say all four of your top row, those major arcanas, and I'd be like, holy shit, there's lots of changes. But you only have one, so some changes, but not like super a lot compared to, let's say, other people or other readings. Now let's talk about the zodiac frequencies that are showing up here before we call out your cards. So we do have the Lover, so we have Gemini energy again, and then we also have the Strength card over here in the past position, so Leo energy. So for some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Leo, or you could have a lot of placements in your own birth chart with those signs, or the other person could, or it could also be referencing the Gemini season. It could also be referencing the Leo season, or it could be referencing the full moon in Gemini that I've talked about in the astrology notes and some of the other readings, which is on December 7th. So that could have another interesting level to it. But yeah, we just want to call it out in the beginning, the other zodiac frequencies. But let's see what else we have here for you, Taurus. We do have, as far as your minor arcana, let's see what the prevailing one is. We've got wands, three wands, one cup, two pentacles, and one sword. Okay, so it is wands. All right. So what does that mean? So for some people, the wands or not for some people, for everybody. I'm saying it may resonate for some people, this part. Um, for the wands, they talk about our physical body, but also our defenses. So are defenses too high? Are they too low? Am I a bully? Am I a victim? Or am I just in a more balanced place as far as my defenses? But yeah, it can talk about our physical body as well. Our immune system is a line of defense, right? So when we have three of these in your reading, it can be that you have some type of underlying theme to the reading about your defenses or about your physical body or about your health. But yeah, that's just kind of what we're picking up so as far as calling out your minor arcana. But let's go ahead and read your other cards here, Taurus, and also talk about the week time frame that each one may happen during. All right, so we said the first card, first week, could be from around December 1st through December 7th. The second card, second week, could be from around December 8th through the 15th. The third card could be from around December 16th through the 23rd. And the fourth card could be that last week of December. So from around December 24th through the 29th, 30th, 31st, or even into January of next year. Okay. I will talk about the dates again when we're on each card. But yeah, you start off here, Taurus, with the Five of Swords in the right side up position, the Seven of Staves in the right side up position, also known as Seven of Wands. We have the Lovers in the right side up position and the King of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. Now, I just realized that you have a repeating card here, Taurus. And it is the King of Pentacles that you have twice, which is technically Taurus energy. It's not your official card, but it has a lot of Taurus energy. So we'll talk about it more when we get towards the end of the reading, because that's where it's at. But that's a really interesting omen there. Okay, so I see it as a good thing, but we'll talk about it when we get there, like I said. All right. So Taurus, when we start off your first card, your first week here, this can be energy from the recent past that's still trickling in that we're picking up, whatever the recent past may be for you, a couple days ago, weeks, years, etc. But we start off with this Five of Swords in the right side up position. So there could be this energy here, Taurus, for either you yourself or another person or multiple people you're dealing with, or your general environment situation, where there is perhaps a lot of mental confusion, anxiety, worry, or over defensive energy. Okay, so it's technically not a wands card, it's a swords card, right? But this Japanese person, right, is holding all of these swords, okay, when really only they need one, right? So that's the defensive energy I was talking about. When this Five of Swords shows up here, it also has a competitive energy in it as well for some. So it could be that you're being more competitive with yourself and or with others, or the other person is, etc. But mainly the Five of Swords kind of talks about like somebody needs to focus more on the present moment. So in some decks, you'll see the Five of Swords. There's a person on each side behind him who he was in battle with, and he beat them and stole and took their sword, right? But it's supposed to represent one person is the past and the other person is the future, okay? And what's the person in the middle that's gathering up all these swords and fighting everybody is that they need to be more in the present moment and not so defensive, right? So that's kind of the energy we're picking up here in that first week for you, Taurus. But let's look what's underneath it, okay? Because I would say that this first week is an energetic blockage or gentle reminder or challenge, but the rest of your weeks coming up are looking really good. So if you were to worry a little bit, it would really possibly only be for this short amount of time here. But let's look what's underneath it, because that's what Spirit told me where they wanted these cards to be discussed, okay? So again, this stuff on the bottom, these two cards on the bottom is past energy. So further back from the recent past, further back than that, whatever that means for you. We have the Ace of Wands in the right side up position and the Strength card, also known as the Fortitude card in this deck, in the right side up position. And we're talking about it with that Five of Swords in the right side up position as well. Okay, so it looks like here in the past, Taurus, there was a lot of fiery energy, right? You have the Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then you literally have the Strength card or Fortitude card is Leo energy. So lots of passion, lots of creativity. The negative, lower vibrational frequency side of Aries energy or signs can be fighting, um, arguing, that kind of thing. So that energy is there too, but it's not, super dominant. It's more the higher vibrational frequencies of those zodiac signs. But it looks like here in the past, Taurus, there could have been some type of ending, new beginning, that birthed a new project, a new phase in your life or in someone else's life, vice versa, etc. That really caused you or caused the other person or multiple people, environment, situation to show how strong they really are. Okay, if there was some type of ending, new beginning in the past, it definitely wasn't easy. Okay, like the Strength card shows up to say this person is brave and they're physically strong, but they're also emotionally strong. Because in the tarot, we're talking about metaphors too, not just the physical strength, right? Where she's battling the lion. Okay, so Taurus, it looks like in the past, this, you know, how did I say it, or how do I want to say it? This thing, this ending, new beginning that brought out more strength on your side or someone else's or everybody. The only thing perhaps that was missing from this was focusing on the present moment, right? So if you have an ending or new beginning, that's really hard. That brings you out to, or tells the other person or multiple people to be more strong. They might only go into survival mode or into defensive mode with that Five of Swords right side up here. So, perhaps it's just saying that that's well and good when you need to be strong, when you need to battle the lion, when you need to deal with difficult things, but you can tame it a little bit and then not be so defensive, right? So only take out your sword or take out your lion when you need to. Okay, that's kind of how I'm feeling it here for you, Taurus. But let's keep going and see what else you have, because I don't want to spend forever on that one card. All right, so now when we get to your second card, second week, which we said could be from around December 8th through December 15th, we have the Seven of Staves, also known as Seven of Wands, in the right side up position. All right, so this is a really nice energy that is getting, someone's taking that lesson of the Five of Swords really seriously, okay? And now they are asking for help from the universe, spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because really small in this card, there is a person that is praying to an Egyptian temple, in an Egyptian temple, to these Egyptian gods, and they have their hands up like this, asking for something to be placed in it, asking for help, for guidance, for advice, wisdom, all those things. Okay, so when this Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands shows up, it can talk about some type of spiritual initiation, but it also, when it follows particularly the Five of Swords, right? It's like someone's learning the lessons of this lifetime or even past lifetimes, and they're willing or wanting to integrate those things. Oh my gosh. And when they do, or when you do, or everybody, etc., when we get to your third week, Taurus, you have the Lovers card. Okay. So beautiful, Gemini energy, right? We said it could reference also the Gemini full moon on December 7th, but mainly this card came out here for you because it's saying if you make those changes and you're open and ready to receive, right, all those things we just talked about, that you are going to have some type of equal reciprocity, possibly within some type of relationship or multiple relationships in your life. It could be romantic, like how the card is shown. It could be a work partnership. It could be with friends or family, or it could even be self-love, different parts of yourself coming together, okay? But they're bringing out the best in each other. It's highly divine, highly, just lost my word there, highly divined, no, highly, I can't say it for some reason, highly, highly, no, that's not helping me. Highly divined love. Highly, hold on. Whatever, it's divine intervention is supporting this relationship. Okay. Again, whether it's romantic, platonic, work with self. Okay. Because it's like you're bringing out the best in each other and it's equal. Okay. So that's what I was trying to say. And I stumbled over my words for a second. Um, but yeah, this is looking really nice here for you, Taurus. Now, even better when we get into your fourth week, the end of December here, Taurus, into even possibly the first week of January. For some, you have the King of Sacred Circles in the right side up position. And so that's Taurus energy we're talking about. It's not your official card, but it is there, right? This is an energy of being more abundant when we're talking about sacred circles or pentacles, money, wealth, etc. Also, our values being valued more. So here we see this old Native American man who has taken some type of spiritual enlightenment or download, and he's ready to also pass on his lessons from past lives, from this life, to the younger generation. So it's all about the oral tradition and the Native American culture, telling stories right around the fire with music, etc. So he's wanting to do that. Okay. So again, we have this highly can't sit on. We have this divine masculine, highly divine masculine energy showing up with the King of Sacred Circles. Could be a man, or it could just be a masculine side of someone, right? We all have both masculine and feminine, but it's a very abundant energy. So it could be that there was more money, more wealth coming in by the end of the year into the beginning of the new year. It could also be, again, someone is being valued more with their time, their money, their knowledge, etc. But this is such a nice card, okay? It looks like a grandfather or like really chill dude, right? But when I was mentioning before, because we're about to talk about your tarot confirmation card, is this King of Sacred Circles or King of Pentacles is your repeating card, okay? So it's showing up twice. One is in the right side up position and one is reversed. So it's like one is in the current present energies, one is in both the past and the present energies. So it's almost like saying here, Taurus, that there's a choice, okay? Also, with this King of Pentacles, King of Sacred Circles showing up for you in the end part of December, it's like, do I want to feel more like myself and step into my power? Does the other person? Does the environment? Vice versa? But I see it as a good omen for you, but it does leave that question. Okay, so these are both of the same cards, different artists, of course, and one is current present energies over here, right side up, and the other one's reverse. I'll show it to you just for fun when it's right side up. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's giving you a choice here, Taurus. Do I want to also level up in some area of my life, because he is a king, right? So if there was any type of promotion or next level in a relationship or with money, that could possibly be here, right? Who doesn't want money and all the good things? Now, this is where Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of the other deck underneath that King of Pentacles in the reverse position. And it is interesting here too, in this different deck here, this Hermetic deck, they call him the Prince of the Chariot of Earth, right? So he's Going along, his bull, the Taurus bull is pulling him. Okay, the prince of the chariot of earth. Okay, um, so, but it's in reverse, right? So it's like kind of asking, do I want these things? Is it the right time? Is it the right person, right environment, that kind of thing. But let's see what's underneath it, okay? So this again is past energy, possibly why this one is coming out, the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. And this is both past and present, right? Still up in the air. But we have the Ten of Staves in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse was on the, yeah, the Seven of Cups reverse was on the bottom of your deck here, okay, Taurus? So it could be that in the past, um, there was some type of bad health for some. There was some type of ending, new beginning that didn't happen, that was stalled. And until somebody got rid of the dark night of the soul energy and reversed, I mean, not reversed, and got into the, this is a good reversal, the Seven of Cups in the reverse position, until they were able to do that, then the abundance isn't going to come in. The money isn't going to come in, the love, the good health, all the things, whatever what it is we want to manifest. So it looks like here in the past, Taurus, that, yeah, it perhaps wasn't the right time to elevate or have some ending, new beginning. And now with this king showing up in the right side up position at the end of December, your fourth card, that maybe now it's the right time for these things to happen. Okay, because somebody needed to understand and have that dark night of the soul. They needed to decide which cup they wanted to pick, right? So when it's right side up, it's like, oh, I don't know which one to pick. All these emotional choices and different prizes inside the cereal box. But it's reversed. So somebody in the past decided what cereal they wanted to eat, right? And so then it's like, well, why is the King of Pentacles reversed then? Maybe it's about integrating. If we go back to the rest of your reading, you have two cards that are air sign energy, then you have fire, and then you have double earth. And if you're a sun sign Taurus, right, you're earth, okay? So maybe it's also about, if I'm going to go hard, right, and I'm going to have two King of Pentacles, or yeah, they're both two King of Pentacles, or one called King of Sacred Circles. If I'm going to go hard and do that, do I also need to balance it with some air and with some fire? Yeah, but I still feel like it's a really good omen, and I really, I like this here for you, Taurus. I feel that it could also help with some things, right? He's the King of Pentacles. He, like I said, in this deck, he looks almost like a grandfather with the white hair. Okay, so if we get too stuck in the Earth sign energy, not just Taurus, but lots of people have, I mean, everyone has Taurus and Earth sign energy somewhere in their chart. If we get too stubborn or stuck in our ways, how do we get out of it? We bring some air sign energy in. We bring some fire sign energy in. We bring some logical mind, crown chakra. We bring some fiery passions and creativity in to kind of balance out this earth energy, okay? Because the other thing for some, for a very select few, it could be too that if you focus too much on the material wealth, that it's like the universe is like, if you're going to do that, then, you know, it's going to be taken away with the other King of Pentacles in reverse. Not for everybody, but for some. So really just obviously we're going to try to strive for the balance. Yes, Clea. Clea says balance it out. All right, real quickly here, Taurus, before you go. This is your oracle card for this time period, even beyond. So this is a Rebecca Campbell deck. But anyway, the one you got is the Great Gathering. And it looks like a silhouette of all these different people coming together in a field. And it says it's all coming together, just like the people. And it says intuitive hits, I'm sorry. And it says soul tribe. That is so cool. I haven't seen that one in a while. You guys can see that. All right. Um, so yeah, I would say this is really good, Taurus. And if it doesn't feel good at some point, right? Check in with your tribe, your people, your dogs, your cats, your birds, hey, whoever, right? To kind of help ground you and not ground you, but get your energy more balanced. But it's saying trust in the process too. That's really how I feel this card, right? Because um, this, then when I said it's a mirror image, or I don't know if I said that, but this one person, we don't see the backs. I mean, we don't see the fronts of any of these people. So what if it's just this one person multiplied, right? What if it's just like I believe in myself so much that I don't necessarily need an outside tribe? Yes, we do need outside tribe, but it's like it starts with one person and then it kind of goes outwards. So take it how it resonates for you, Taurus, but it's really beautiful. And I love to see it and see how it plays out for you. So always feel free to let me know in the future how things go if you want. But yeah, I'm going to upload the picture right after I get off here of all the cards in case you want to see it together, more up close in detail. Again, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to get to my Facebook and stuff. I just posted after the video. It'll usually be like the first comment there, okay? But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for your time and your energy and your views and everything. And again, if you want to subscribe, it is free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. It just notifies you when I put out new videos. So as long as you have a free YouTube email, it's something you can do. And if you want to like the video in the first couple hours, in the first day or so, it does not only tell me that you like something in the video, but it shares it more with others because of YouTube's algorithm. Okay. And then the third way to help support the channel, if you feel guided or want to, is to physically share the video, send it to a friend, or share it on your social media. All right. So anyway, you guys take care. I'm going to take a break, and I may be back with Gemini and Cancer today, or maybe tomorrow. So we kind of just have to see how the energy goes. But yeah, you guys take care, and I will see you later. All right. Bye.